By Mike Bohn, July 6, 2019, 11 a.m. UFC President Dana White agrees John Lineker is his type of fighter, but said outside the octagon issues led to the bantamweight contender's release from the UFC roster. MMA Junkie broke the news earlier this week that the UFC had cut ties with Lineker, 31-9 MMA, 12-4 UFC, following a 16-fight stint that saw him etch out a place as a contender in both the bantamweight and flyweight divisions. The straw that broke the camel's back appeared to be Lineker's last-minute withdrawal from his scheduled co-headliner with Rob Font just before UFC on ESPN 12 in June. The Brazilian had pleaded to be booked, but pulled out due to a laceration suffered during his weight cut despite reportedly receiving clearance to compete from both the UFC doctors and his team. White said that type of headache led to the end of the working relationship. It was because he hasn't made weight a few times and I just know the matchmakers were super frustrated with him, White told TSN's Aaron Bronsteter on Friday. The guy wasn't being professional. When you don't make it to the octagon either a bunch of times, it's a waste of everybody's time, energy and money. We expect guys to be professional, do what they're supposed to do, show up. The matchmakers were done. They had to. Lineker, 29, made his UFC debut in May 2012. He became a contender in the 125-pound division, but after several weight misses was forced up to 135 pounds, where he put together a strong record, as well. In his most recent fight at UFC on ESPN 8 in April, Lineker suffered a split decision loss to Corey Sandhagen. Lineker's 12 knockdowns landed in UFC competition are the most in company history for a fighter at bantamweight and lighter. For more on upcoming UFC events, check out the MMA schedule. Breaking, John Lineker, featured news, UFC Let's Block Ads.